So you may have seen the recent PBS special on nuclear power and in a bunch of other places. Everyone seems to love nuclear, and it so happens that's my project. So let me dive into the latest results of it, and you tell me what you think. So in this video, we're going to look at what could go wrong with the nuclear project. Just to bring everyone up to speed, I looked at 3 different scenarios previously, and the technology and the scenarios, which was, does it compete against offshore wind? Yes, it did. Could it stand a 50% cost overrun? Yes, it could. And can it compete with natural gas, carbon capture? And the answer was yes, absolutely it could. So let's go over why that might not prove to be the long-term answer. To understand the problem, we have to look at this thing called resource allocation. It goes by a few different terms. But in the world of electricity, there are a lot of different sources. Solar, for instance, is very cheap. So is wind. But you need to have a system that's reliable all the time. And in order to do that, you have natural gas plants and nuclear and other constant source. And the niche that nuclear can fill in the Natrium example, it also has the ability to ramp up and down. Today, that's covered by natural gas. And utilities, which means ultimately you, the electrophil player, you pay for that reliability, and it's not a little bit of money. So in today's world, Natrium works very well. The thing is looking into the future, because I'm projecting 20 to 35 unit 10. You could see the price, the bundled effective price, and there's a lot of ways to do it, but I'm going to keep it simple, of electricity. It could go to $100 to $150 per milliwatt hour. And that's because network reliability, as you introduce more renewable, you need that final mile natural gas. If you want to replace it, you're going to look for Natrium. And in that scenario, man, Natrium makes a ton of money. And you don't even need tax credits and what have you. So, hey, George, why does this potentially pose a problem? Well, to start with, people don't like paying money for electricity they might need. It's insurance, right? We do it today. Will we still be wanting to do that in 2035? Tough to say. Are there alternatives? Well, you often hear this discussion about a smart grid, where you put in a lot of solar battery and all sorts of different ways to store energy. And that is not an impossibility. And if we as a country move towards that, you could see on the flip side the bundled price for firm power drop to maybe $40 per megawatt hour. And at $40 per megawatt hour, and that including the reliability pricing bonus that a Natrium reactor gets, it doesn't work. All right, it really isn't something that you as an investor would look into, or you as a taxpayer would want to pay. So it's tough to say where we're going to be in 2035. And $40, and yeah, it's not going to happen. $150, and you're going to be wanting to put windfall profit taxes because it's going to be making so much money. It's like a money printer. Going forward, that means we kind of have to make a policy decision. And everyone right now is probably, well, let's do that smart grid, $40 an hour. Well, that smart grid at $40 an hour requires a huge upfront investment to create it. So it pays off over the long haul, but do we even have the money today? In a situation where we're increasing defense spending to $1.5 trillion, I could make the argument, and I probably would, that our security would be better preserved by getting some more energy independence. However, I also have to live in the real world. And in the real world, I don't know that I see that happening. And I don't see that happening, not just about political will. Companies, they're going to try to protect their turf. So that is, in a strange way, for all the things about nuclear you might hear, the largest unknown that I see for why you might not want to do Natrium. It's not nuclear waste. It's not the technology. It's what is the future plan for our electrical grid. So we're going to talk more about indirect costs, and then the big summary is going to come, in about 3 weeks. You all take care.